Hello everybody, how's it going? In this video, I'm going to be talking about my personal top 5 signature scents. These are the fragrances that people know me by, and I'm specifically talking about the people that know me in real life. 99% of the time if we're hanging out or if I run into them, I will be wearing one of the 5 of these fragrances. And of course it depends on the season. If it's cooler, then I might reach for a sweeter scent. If it's warmer, I'll probably reach for a freshie, you know what I mean? But these are this is like my comfort zone and my personal favorite fragrances. Of course, I do enjoy testing other scents just to kind of see their performance and if I like them, if any of the newbies are gonna dethrone my elite list, but nothing has, at least for me, with my taste of what I like to wear. And what I also enjoy is that these fragrances really do fit my vibe as well, as I've been told before. But we're just gonna start with my scent of the day, and this, oh, it's so sexy. It's Afternoon Swim by Louis Vuitton. This is a fresh orange type of fragrance that's just something that you can't really be mad at. Very simple fragrance, but at the same time, simplicity is sexy. You know what I mean? There's just something about it. It's not trying to do too much. It's not complex. It's not trying to stand out so bad, but it just effortlessly does what it intends to do. So very likable fragrance. And this bottle was actually a gift from my girlfriend. I remember that she was actually the one that smelled this fragrance for the first time. She had a sample of it and she's like, I need to smell this on you. If you don't end up liking this fragrance, I'm gonna buy it for myself, right? She's like, if you don't get your hands on it, I'm gonna buy it. So she sprays this on me when I'm in the car. She sprays the sample on me. And then she just goes feral. She's like, oh man, that smells so good. And even myself, I really loved the fragrance. So she was super sweet. And she ended up getting me this, which was really, really awesome. But still one of my favorite fragrances to rock till this day. Next is actually another gift from her. This is Tuxedo by YSL. And I have talked about this fragrance so much to a point where it really started irritating a lot of people. I think that's also a commonality with the fragrances I'm going to mention to you, is that at least people that watch my YouTube are like, oh my God, talk about something new. You always talk about how like that's your favorite and you don't have a new favorite. And it's like, well, I mean, I don't want to constantly have a new favorite all the time because that means that that scent was not really that good. You know what I mean? So these have stood the test of time. And if I like it, I'm going to talk about it. But I have calmed down talking about Tuxedo because you know, I really went to town with this fragrance. But this was also a gift from Gabrielle. And it has this boozy bourbon vanilla dry down. That's what I needed to add right there. Oh, gosh, I cannot wait to whip this out again when it starts getting cold outside. Really, really love this one. Not going to say too much, but it's a gorgeous fragrance. My favorite from YSL. Next, and by the way, I'll put the names of the fragrances, discount site links for global shipping. All of that will be in the description if you want to save some money and support the channel. But of course, please buy where you're comfortable. I will say these fragrances here, very rare to find them on discount sites. For the most part, you can find them at like the brand's website, like YSL's website or Louis Vuitton's website. They're in-store locations or like Neiman Marcus, things like that. I don't know about Louis Vuitton, but I've seen Tuxedo at Neiman Marcus. Next is, my favorite Parfums de Marly fragrance till this day, Carlisle, specifically on myself, because I do love the way Meliora and Delina smell. Those are just amazing scents. But Carlisle is a fantastic, sweet, beast mode fragrance. I always get over 12 hours of longevity with this fragrance. This just smells so good and it's very unique. This is like a mysterious, dark, alluring type of fragrance. You know what I mean? When I'm wearing all black and I'm going out at night, you better believe that this is my go-to. You know, this just like, it smells like a person on a mission. You know what I mean? There's just something about it. It's just so like, it is a really sexy fragrance. I'm not going to lie to you. It has like this Middle Eastern twist. Definitely a scent that you do not smell a lot out there. And you know what? A lot of these fragrances, honestly, all of them actually, all of these scents have the unique factor of if you wear them out in public, it's going to be super rare that anyone around you will be wearing them as well, because for the most part, not a lot of people wear fragrances. And second of all, if they are wearing fragrances, they're mainly wearing the designer scents like, you know, Chanel Chance, Dior Sauvage, things like that. So these are definitely standout fragrances, every single one that I am talking to you about. But Carlisle has just that beautiful, beautiful Middle Eastern twist. And it's just a very intoxicating sort of scent that leaves an amazing scent trail. And it just gives off, I don't chase, I attract vibes. And I actually made a video on that. And this was definitely on that list. So I love, love, love Carlisle. And I should have said that with Afternoon Swim, to me, the way that it smells the best is when I layer it with Molecula One. When I have those two together, then it's like the best version of Afternoon Swim. So just a heads up in case you wanna up the longevity and the smell of Afternoon Swim. All right, next is Salt and Pepper by Precious Liquid. This fragrance is something that had to grow on me. The other, actually with Tuxedo, the first time I wore it, I thought it was okay. And then I was like, okay. Then the second time I wore it, that's when I fell in love with it. With Salt and Pepper, it was a fragrance that the first time I smelled it in the opening, didn't really care for it. It smelled a bit too masculine for my liking. But once the dry down settled, I was like, oh shit, this smells really, really good. So again, another likable, mass appealing fragrance that not a lot of people own, but it totally does the job and more. You know what I mean? This is one of those scents that is just irresistible to the feminine nose. Never met a woman in my life till this day, ever since I started rocking this fragrance, that did not like this scent. The only people that have complained to me about Salt and Pepper are guys that have worn it on themselves. And then when I ask them, okay, what did the people around you think? What did, you know, the women think about it? And they're like, well, no, I didn't wear it around any women. So of course, wear a fragrance because you like it. But if you got it because of my videos, I've said it once and I will say it again. This is a fragrance that you get if you want compliments from women specifically. That is all I will say about Salt and Pepper. Very, very sexy to the feminine nose. And lastly, my life of the party fragrance, my favorite scent from Raja Parfums, it is Elysium. Now, I have tried a lot of offerings from Raja, and till this day, none of them have surpassed Elysium at all. Now, I get that for the most part, that house likes to focus on more green fragrances or more like antique sort of smelling scents. But I love how modern Elysium is, because I also know that it does have a kind of vibe where if I wear this 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now, it's still going to smell good. So this opens up very fruity and fresh. There's juniper berry and grapefruit, but honestly on my skin, somebody said this smelled like delicious pineapple, not the Creed Aventus pineapple. I always have to say that in these videos because whenever people hear pineapple and niche fragrance, they automatically go to Creed Aventus. It is not that type of fragrance at all. But I mean what I said about that life of the party remark, all right? Because this fragrance, when I have worn it to parties, get-togethers, going to lunch with people, everybody, guys and girls, loved this scent. It's something that people would ask me what I'm wearing. They would look it up, or first of all, they'd be confused. They're like, I've never heard of that scent before. They would look it up because they want to buy it. They see the price tag and then they're thrown off and they get sad because they cannot buy it. So it's one of those fragrances that people want to wear because they know it smells good. And when they smell it, they're like, I want to wear that. I want people to have the reaction that I did when I smelled it on you. You know what I mean? So they want that, but then, you know, niche fragrances are a bit pricey, especially if you've only been rocking the standard designer scents. It's a massive jump, so it kind of takes people a minute to get used to. So yeah, the price for it is a bit hefty, and on top of that, it's a niche scent, so people really don't know about it at all. So yeah, Elysium, love this. I haven't tried the other version of it. This is the Parfum Cologne, and I'm not really that pressed in wanting to try it. If I do, great, but I already know when this bottle is done, I will get another bottle of Elysium. Like, this has cemented itself in my fragrances for life category because, yeah, I can't get enough of this fragrance. With Tuxedo and Afternoon Swim, there have been people that know me in real life that kind of started buying these fragrances. So, like, and I still like to wear them, you know, they're still some of my favorite scents, but this is still a fragrance that is untouched and like with the people that know me in real life, and we're gonna keep it that way because this shit goes hard. Anyways, again, the names of the fragrances and the discount site links, all of that will be in the description. Thank you so much for watching the video. Let me know what your signature scents are, at least currently, because it can always change if a new banger comes around. But I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.